please join me in saying, life is a gift for which we are grateful. We gather in community to celebrate the glories and the mysteries of this great gift.
Hi, my name is Chris Holton-Jablonski, and it is my great joy and my deep honor to serve you as your minister and to welcome you to a very special digital worship service. I am so grateful to be welcoming in Richard Waring, who's sharing a really beautiful and very important message with us today. I'm so grateful for Gabby, Garshina Babrov, and all of the other participants, Baird Climasmith, who's sharing some music, and our normal, amazing digital worship team of Richard Kersey, Stefan Frank, and Valentin Frank. It has been an absolute joy to get to work with all of these folks, and especially our digital worship team for the last many years. They've done an incredible job, and we have 3 more services, I think, from them, and could not be more grateful for all that they've given, and for you being here and your attention and your time. This has been such a beautiful way to connect over these last many years. And we are adding another beautiful way to connect right here in this space. As many of you know, we have been gathering again for Sunday morning worship at 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock. There are online signups, and do please come. We're still masked inside. We're not singing yet. There's no food, no drink, but there's lots of wonderful people. There's lots of beautiful music that we're listening to, and there's lots of connection and service and joy. It has been my favorite part has been seeing people see each other. That's been really lovely. So do please come back. In addition, if you prefer a kind of smaller, more intimate, more meditative experience, we're continuing on our Vesper services on Thursday nights at 6:30. And you also sign up for those online, and those have been really lovely too. So we'll continue those throughout till the spring. And we'll be outside again. We'll have outdoor services on April 17th for Easter, and then also on May 15th and June 12th. So do join us for those as well. Those outdoor services will be at 10. And in the not too distant future, we will have our next round of listening circles with our hardworking committee on ministry. These are an annual opportunity to hear from you all, to check in and hear how you're doing and what you're hungry for and what you're hoping for, especially towards the end of the year when we're starting to look at the next year and the coming years after that. So stay tuned for signups for those. 2 of them will be in person and 2 of them will be on Zoom. They'll be all that last week of March, second to last week of March, starting on the 20th, the evening of the 20th, Sunday, and then the evening of the 23rd on Wednesday. Both of those will be on Zoom, and then in person on Saturday the 26th. So do please look for the signups for those. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to myself or Eloise McGaw, who's the chair of the Committee on Ministry. So for now, come, let us worship together.
This rose will open. I know my fear will burn away. I know my soul will unfurl its wings. I know this rose will open. Rose will open. I know my fear will burn away. I know my soul will unfurl its wings. I know this rose will open. I know this rose will open. I know this rose will open. I know my fear will open. I know my soul will
I know this
open.
rose
I
will
know
open.
this rose will
I know my
open.
fear
I
will
know
burn
this
away.
rose
I
will
know my
open.
soul.
I know this
this
fear
rose.
will
I know this
open.
rose
I
will
know my
open.
soul
I
will
know this
open.
rose
I
will
know
open.
this rose
I
will
know my
open.
fear
I
will
know
burn
this
away.
rose
I
will
know my
open.
soul.
I know
this
my
rose.
fear
I
will
know this
open.
rose
I
will
know
open.
my
My
soul
soul. I
will
know this
open.
rose
I
will open. This rose will open. My
know.
fear
I
will burn. This rose will open. My
know.
soul.
I
This fear will burn. This
know.
rose
I
will open. My soul will unfurl. This
know.
rose.
I
This rose will
know.
open.
I know. 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 I
And now we will count to 12 by Pablo Neruda. For once on the face of the earth, let's not speak in any language. Let's stop for 1 second and not move our arms so much. It would be an exotic moment without rush, without engines. We would all be together in a sudden strangeness. Fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales, and the man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. What I want should not be confused with total inactivity. Life is what it is about. I want no truck with death. If we were not so single-minded about keeping our lives moving, and for once could do nothing, perhaps a huge silence might interrupt this sadness of never understanding ourselves and of threatening ourselves with death. Perhaps the earth can teach us, as when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive.
Hello, I'm Barry Klima-Smith. Last time I played this song was with Jim Sugarman on Sandy Island. Song just makes me happy to think about that nice community gathering, and of course makes me happy thinking about playing with Jim. Here's Feeling Groovy. Slow down, you move too fast. You got to make the morning last. Just kicking down the cobblestones, looking for fun and feeling groovy. Da-da-da-da-da-da, feeling groovy. Hello, lamppost, what you knowin'? I've come to watch your flowers growin'. Ain't you got no rhymes for me? Do-do-do-do, feeling feels so good just being here with all of you. I'm sorry it has to be on YouTube, but we're so lucky that we have our community. With my friends from First Church, I always feel groovy. I've got no deeds to do, no promises to keep. I'm dappled and drowsy and ready to sleep. Let the morning time drop all its petals on me. Life, I love you, all is groovy. Da 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 da, feeling groovy. Thank you.
In the before times, we were in the grip of a cult of speed. Signs were everywhere. We had fast food, speed dating. There was instant lottery and instant messaging. High-speed travel. In Gulliver's Travels, the Lilliputians decide that Gulliver consults his watch so often that it must be his god. If they could see us now, they'd call smartphones our god. In his book Slowness, Milan Kundera ties speed to the act of forgetting and slowness to the act of remembering. He writes, "What has the pleasure of slowness? Why has the pleasure of slowness disappeared? Ah, where have they gone, the amblers of yesteryear? Where have they gone, those loafing herds of folk song, those vagabonds who roam from one mill to another and bed down under the stars?" The pandemic has forced us to slow down. Every religion teaches the need to slow down in order to connect with self, others, and a higher force. Psalm 46 says, "Be still then and know that I am God." In his book, In Praise of Slowness, Challenging the Cult of Speed, Canadian journalist Carl Honoré writes about people who are banding together into pro-slow groups. In Japan, for instance, hundreds of people have joined together to form sloth clubs, selling t-shirts and coffee mugs with the slogan, "Slow is beautiful." The Society for the Deceleration of Time, based in Austria, boasts membership across Europe. They run speed traps in town centers where people caught in too much haste are punished by having to rewalk their route with a complicated tortoise marionette. Some even return later to walk the turtle again because they find it soothing. Being identified as harebrained is not beautiful. Many drivers have pledged to slow down, and in so doing, create mobile speed bumps. The beginnings of this more general urge to stop the world and get off date back to 1986 in Italy, when a group reacted to the opening of a McDonald's in Rome. Their manifesto stated, "A firm defense of quiet material pleasure is the only way to oppose the universal folly of fast life. Our defense should begin at the table with slow food. It's no accident that the word companion comes from the Latin word meaning with bread." Oscar Wilde says, "After a good dinner, one can forgive anyone, even one's own relations." Nothing illustrates the spread of slow food gospel better than the community building, community enjoying rise of farmers markets. In the struggle against the cult of speed, the front line is inside our own heads. Even the Buddha had trouble stilling his mind, and so developed techniques to promote it. Meditation and mindfulness affect the amygdala, the area of the brain linked to fear, anxiety, and surprise, making practitioners more serene and less likely to lose their cool. These practices also promote healthier immune systems by enhancing the production of stem cells. The sense of well-being is literally happening on a molecular level. In athletics, this is called being in the zone, when eye-hand coordination comes together in a great synthesis, overcoming the mind-body dialectic. In musical and dance terms, it's finding the rhythm. Writers speak of hearing the muse, of being in a flow state. Mystical experience is often described as happening in a realm where time appears to stop. The practice of yoga helps stop time. In fact, the Sanskrit word for yoga means unite, a reference to its ability to bring together flexibility of body and mind. Jungian analyst Robert Johnson writes about stirring the oatmeal love. He says, stirring the oatmeal is a humble act, but it symbolizes a relatedness that brings love down to earth, a willingness to share ordinary human life, to find meaning in the simple, not to eternally demand a cosmic drama and entertainment or an extraordinary intensity in everything. The slow philosophy is also making inroads into the bedroom. Most women, like the Pointer Sisters, prefer a lover with a slow hand. Studies show that in the workplace, too, a break, a short nap perhaps, can boost productivity. Backed by pro-sleep groups like World Napping Organization and the Portuguese Association of Friends of the Siesta, snoozing in the middle of the day is enjoying a renaissance. Perhaps by slowing down, we will learn to love our neighbors, to interrupt this sadness of never understanding ourselves, as Pablo Neruda teaches us, and reclaim what it means to be alive in the moment. Present at the birth of our own true natures, born again out of the shadow of the valley of speed into the land of the living. So may it be.
When I breathe
We close with these words from T.S. Eliot. What we call a beginning is often the end, and to make an end is to make a beginning. The end is where we start from. Amen.